Hello, world. What is up? Welcome to Build at Home. I'm your host, Matt Forte. I'm coming to you from my home, as I think is our next guest. But before we jump in, really quick, another mention of the hard-working folks over at NoKidHungry.org. Millions of children are losing the healthy meals they depend on as the coronavirus closes schools nationwide. I just checked their site a moment ago. They said 641 million meals have been lost. The good news is No Kid Hungry has a plan to feed them. We just need your help. So head over to NoKidHungry.org. I know it's crazy hard out there right now and scary. If you happen to be someone and you're watching this and you're in a position to give back, consider NoKidHungry.org as one of the places you can give. It's a great organization. Go check it out, NoKidHungry.org. Thank you, guys. Our next guest is a phenomenally talented creator who started his journey on YouTube and has since amassed an incredible following across all media with millions upon millions of fans. And now, with all of us stuck at home and quickly running out of Netflix to watch, he's launched a brand new 26-episode IGTV series called Get Fit with Tyler Oakley, with the first couple of episodes focusing specifically on stuff we can do at home. I don't know about you, but for me, it could not have come at a better time. I'm super excited to catch up with him. Please welcome the great Tyler Oakley, everybody. Tyler, how you doing?
Hello, I am alive, which I think
That's all we
is
could ask
the
for.
most all everyone can do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That is where the bar has been set for all of us at this point. And sincerely, I'm really grateful to be here and to see that you're doing really well right now so far, which is
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. It's been a wild, weird time, but as
Yeah.
somebody who normally works from home, it hasn't been too disruptive, but
Right.
it is still jarring, just because this is like pretty unprecedented. But yeah,
Yeah, for
I'm doing
sure.
okay.
Well, that's one of the things too. It's really funny when all this started going down, and we were even talking about if we should do the show, could we do the show, and it was like, wow, YouTube creators, Twitch streamers, everyone was already set up to create content from home and like hit the ground running. And so like a lot of places have been like playing catch up. Like, do we have lights? Do we have what do we have at home? Do we have gear to do this? So it's like you're one of those people that were kind of, oh, all the stuff I need to do my job is here technically.
But I would say at the end of the day, everyone is just looking for good entertainment, good conversations, and y'all have that. So it's like, even if you strip back anything fancy, y'all can still succeed, which I think is a testament to you guys.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And at the end of the day, that was why we decided to do it, was because we wanted to talk to you and people and just see how everybody was doing and how we're all navigating this insane world that we live in right now. So I'm excited that you're there and here with
Thank
me
you.
right
Thank you.
now. How have things been going? I remember 7 days in, you posted a video. At that time, you'd cooked a little bit. You were playing Zelda. How has life evolved since then? Are you still playing
It
Zelda?
has not
It
evolved.
hasn't.
I am still playing Zelda. I am very close to beating the game, but it's one of those games where I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind stretching this out. I don't know how long this is all going to last.
Yeah.
But I have kind of grown into a routine of this, and it's a weird atmosphere because it's like
Yeah.
you want to honor what's going on and spread information that's helpful to people, but also life for a lot of people does go on, and a lot of people do have to go to work, and a lot of
Yeah.
people do have to keep creating. And I think as long as you're trying to provide information that's helpful while also maybe some distractions that can get people feeling good or even up and active, that's my goal. And as a YouTuber, it's always been my goal to be an idiot on the internet, sometimes be helpful, sometimes be entertaining. And so even during this, I feel like that doesn't really change.
Yeah.
uh, and so yeah, my life kind of has to go on.
Right, right. Well, I think, and I've been watching your videos. You've been doing a great job of being very upfront of like, I'm not an expert. Here's what I think, but also here are links to actual resources and great places for you to get valuable information, which I think is
Right.
important. It's like the distinction of like what I do and what I can provide for you, sort of thing.
Yes. I mean, in this day and age, it's like you are bombarded 24/7 with information. And if I can not only just provide and amplify resources, I am no expert on
Yeah.
most things. So if I can do that, that's the least I can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking about not being an expert on things, how's cooking going? Have you guys gotten brave and ventured beyond turkey and rice?
I
Is
feel
it?
like everyone is going to come out of the quarantine either a expert top chef or eliminated from Chop Junior day one. And I think
Exactly.
I am eliminated from Chop Junior day one. That is
Oh,
true.
that's a bummer. What have you tried and failed at? Come on. What have you done?
Name a thing.
All right. She had turkey and rice. Have you? That
Yep.
was. I think Nick did that, right? That wasn't you though. You didn't
Yes.
make the
Yeah.
turkey
Oh
and
wow.
rice.
You know all of these things.
Well, I watched the videos.
It's been a lot of oatmeal.
Okay.
I'm really good at cans of soup.
Great.
You know, it's very apocalyptic chic, like pantry options.
Are you at
Is
least
what it feels like.
transferring the food from the can to a bowl? You're not like going right.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, that's great.
Thank you.
That's more than most. You
That's
sprinkle a little
thank you for.
seasoning in there, and you can bring that can of beans to
Oh well,
life, man.
let's not get crazy.
Let's not go too far. I'm
Right.
surprised that you, as a Switch owner, you haven't played Animal Crossing or haven't mentioned it. You haven't fallen into that
I
rabbit
have
hole.
never played Animal Crossing in my life.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I think I missed that moment in history. Same with Sims. I
Mm-hmm.
never got into
Mm-hmm.
that. I am obsessive about Pokemon though.
Okay. Of
So Pokemon is like my thing. Um, I'm very into the new Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm gonna get that. It
course.
just came
Of
out this
course.
week. So I think that's gonna be my next big life distraction.
It's good for you to have those lined up. You know, I we've heard a lot of people talk about. I was talking to Dr. Mike Varsavsky yesterday, who's another creator on YouTube who's been putting out amazing videos with content and information and fact checking for everybody. And he was talking about the importance of having a routine. I've heard you talk about having a routine. You know, what does that routine look like? Has it taken shape over the past couple of weeks? Have you figured it out? Did you establish it early on? What is a regular day
Yeah,
for you?
you know, for me, it's I have to get up. I try not to like lounge in bed or be on my phone in bed. Like as soon as I wake up,
Hard
get
not to
up.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But if you keep your phone away from your bed, it's you have no other option. That
Smart.
is the trick. Breakfast, go on a run, do my workout, try to get all my work done. I have
Nice.
piano lessons today. I have a piano lesson via FaceTime, which is not easy.
Very cool.
But trying to keep like all the things that I would normally do, whether it's like staying active, trying to like do something, you know, creative with my brain, make content, schedule
Yeah.
out, you know, things, do emails, like all the things that I would normally have to do. I just try to make
Try to
sure
do
that
it.
I do it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's as if I trained my entire life for having to be
Yeah.
forced at home. So I try not to stray too much from what I already know.
I want to talk about, you know, since we're in the topic of routine, I do want to get to the fitness series, but there's one last question I have to ask. You know, being cooped up with Nick, the two of you guys in the same place, is a different scenario than just like having a roommate. You both literally can't like leave. You're in close quarters 24/7. Has the experience revealed anything that you didn't know about each other? Like, oh, he chews with his mouth open or something stupid like that because
I
you've just been stuck.
I am afraid. Yeah. So this is one of my best friends, Nick.
Yeah.
He lived down the street. We were like, we might as well quarantine together. But we've known each other for years, and the things that you learn about somebody that you thought you knew them, like we've gone on
Right.
trips around the world, we've gone to festivals, blah blah blah. But to see somebody 24/7, yes, I fear that he's seeing the dark side of me more than
Of
I'm seeing the
you.
dark side
Yeah.
of him. So I'm just trying. I'm still on my best behavior. We're on day 31, I believe, and so I'm like
My God.
still, you know, an angel without
Yeah.
trying to reveal all of my deepest, darkest secrets to him yet.
That sounds exhausting but necessary. That's
Help, please help. Send help.
all right, let's talk about this series, man. 26 episodes. You just launched on IGTV. There's new episodes every Monday. But you had the idea a little while ago, before the quarantine, before the world kind of came to an end. So this thing, you were working on it, and then I heard you guys sort of moved it around a little bit and adjusted it so that people could really take advantage of it while they're at home. Tell me just how it all came about and a little bit about the process of getting it ready and getting it out there.
Yeah, so over the past few years, I've kind of found my rhythm of just staying fit, staying active, navigating my way through a gym and figuring
Yeah.
that out. And it's been one of those things where it's become my kind of like a like it's meditative to me. Like to go to the gym, it feels like my escape and it's like my
Hmm.
me time. And finding out what works for my body as far as getting active has been so rewarding, not just physically but also like mentally. I feel more focused, and you know it's had so
Yeah.
many positive, you know, parts to my life. And I feel like as I went on my fitness journey, I feel like most of the questions that I would get from my audience were, how are you doing this, or what is your routine like, blah blah blah, like all of these questions that I didn't quite know how to answer because it was just I didn't have a professional approach. It was just
Right.
my own personal approach. And so I thought, you know, I would love to do a series about introductory kind of going to the gym, but then diving deeper and deeper as each episode goes, so that the people that were in my shoes that felt uncomfortable or didn't really know what to do or feel like, it's intimidating, so I don't even know how to
Mm.
start. I wanted it to be something like some anybody could come into this and feel like it's approachable to them. Um, and so I decided, okay, well, if I were to do it, where would it live? I noticed that so many people were doing fitness on Instagram, and I thought, I
Mm.
have this incredible opportunity. This great platform already exists. The audience is there. Why not? And the questions they're sending me of like they want to know more about it. So why not try to put it together? So I worked with a buddy of mine who trained me a few years ago, and we like he kind of taught me a few things, and we put together workout plans. We figured out 26 whole episodes of different workouts in each one, making sure that each one was unique and useful and helpful.
Yeah.
And if you knew you were going to the gym that day, or if you knew you wanted to work out at home that day but you didn't know certain things you could do for certain body parts, you could go click, here's shoulders, or here's legs, or here's core. Anything that you could want to look up, you could easily go find it, pull it up, do it at your own pace, do it at whatever you feel comfortable with, and feel like you had a successful workout. And so far, I have been blown away by the response. It's been, like I said, I'm not necessarily an expert, but I have done the research, and I
Yeah.
brought Jared, the trainer friend, in to help make sure everything is right. And it's just something that I'm so proud of, because if I were back in the day wanting to get into the gym and still feeling intimidated, I feel like I could pull this up and feel a little bit more comfortable. And that was my whole goal.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and I've been watching them. They do lower that bar for us in a good way. Lower the bar is usually a negative sense, but I mean it in a really good way of like, oh, I can get over that. Like it's inspiring in a way, and it does make you feel less intimidated. And also, I think right now, it's just really clean and easy to understand and motivating, and your energy is really positive.
Thank
What
you.
what do you watch when you work out? Because I can't imagine you watch yourself in your own
Oh
videos
God,
when
no.
you're working
No.
out.
But I do pull it up, and I do
Yeah,
just look at the like 4 or 5 things that I should be doing, because when
right.
you are having to work out at home, you have to get a little bit creative. And no, not many people have like a full workout gym or dumbbells or weights or
No.
whatever it might be. And so we kept that in mind when we were making the series, and we thought, okay, if you were just at home and you wanted to get a great leg day in, but you have nothing to work with, what can you utilize? Where can you bring in your body weight or things around the house and make something happen so that tomorrow you feel sore? And even today, now that I'm stuck at home, I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking around. What can I use? Like, what can I like lift or jump with or whatever it might be? And knowing that I can go to these videos and pull up whatever I might want to do and just see the movements that are necessary, or see the reps or
Yeah.
the rhythms of what you might need to do. That's helpful for me, because to try to come up with that stuff on the fly, it's much easier to just be like, never mind. I'll
Yeah.
I'll go play Zelda.
Exactly. When you get up, when the world is not the way it is, and you get to the gym, like you get up, you leave your place, and you go specifically to another place designed to work out. But now we're all stuck at home, and so the gym, I think it's an old Patton Oswalt joke of having a treadmill, is competing with everything. Working out and being healthy has to compete with playing Zelda. It has to
Right,
compete
right.
with watching TV, and it's just like it's never gonna win. So it's like to have these videos to make it easier and make it a simpler thing to understand and make it a little fun too, because it's you. It's just a really cool thing to put out there, and that's why I said like it couldn't have come at a better time for me, because I'm
Yeah,
still trying to
and
figure all that out. Yeah.
it was a bizarre thing, because we filmed it, all 26 episodes, I think a week or two before quarantine started. And so even while we were filming, we were, keeping our distance and talking about like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen, or blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Little did we know this entire series would be not only really helpful to my audience, but helpful to me. It's like something
Yeah.
that I can focus on and do from home, and even utilize myself and with my friends. And so if it's helpful for me, I can only imagine there's people all around the country who are in the same shoes, where they want to get up, they want to feel active, they want to feel productive. Um, but a lot of different workout things might be intimidating. So this hopefully can be a little push and a little
Yeah.
encouragement, and it is definitely for anybody at any level.
You kind of touched on this a little bit when you were talking about your fitness journey and how like just being active impacted not only your body but like mentally it helped you as well. How have you been in this crazy time practicing mental self-care on top of physical self-care? Have you been doing do you meditate? Do you do anything like that, or has the physical activity been enough to kind of help kickstart the engine and keep you in a good place and keep you focused?
For me, I am a very social being, and so I am in and out of Zoom, meetings or video hangouts, and
Yeah.
doing watch parties with everyone on Zoom, or doing fitness stuff. We have a little social calendar in my group of friends where anybody can add what they want to do in the calendar. If, like, somebody might want to lead a meditation, or somebody might want to do like a host a game night. And so making sure that we're keeping connected, I think, is the most important thing,
Yeah.
because it can feel really isolating to be forced at home, and um, making sure that you're checking in on everyone. I think by checking in on others, it helps me check in with myself. And
Yeah.
so when I feel like a lazy bump on the log, like I'm like, I don't want to do anything, checking in with my friends helps me get up and get going. And the questions that I ask them to make sure that they're taking care of themselves, it keeps those questions top of line for me also. So
Yeah.
that's really helpful for me.
That's good. Thank you for sharing all of this, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's literally the whole reason we're doing the talk. But it's just crazy to hear because like the mental side effects of everybody being cooped up. I mean, it's hitting everybody. I was talking to my grandma who's going to be 90 in a month. She
Oh
never
my
wants.
gosh.
Yeah, I know. Good for her. She never wants to go out or do anything. Maybe she'll go to the garden or whatever. But because we've all been in lockdown, every time we talk, she's like, I got to get out. I got to go to the store. It's like, Grandma, you haven't gone anywhere like 10 years. Why do you want to go somewhere now?
It's
But there's something about being
being
told we
told.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just messes with it up. There was I was reading a Business Insider piece on you from like a year ago, and they were describing your day and how busy you were, and they only had 15-minute window to talk to you and stuff. And one of the things that you brought up towards the end of the article was that you really value time alone. You value alone time, and I'm curious
I
of like
do.
you still do. I was wondering, like, having an abundance of access to alone time, has that altered your perspective at all, or do you feel a little different just because now it's all we
the
have?
I think the really strange thing about the quarantine is that people there's no, like, avoiding a phone call. There's
Yeah,
no avoiding anything.
I
It's
know
like,
you're doing nothing.
yeah, they're like, "Girl, what are you up to?" Like, I know
Yeah,
you're home.
exactly.
And so maintaining that level of boundary with people is important. And um, just because people have access to you doesn't mean they deserve your attention 24/7. And so for me, it's not only trying to maintain that for myself, but I see all of my friends encountering that now, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I don't know how to, like, get out of this." And I'm like, it is no is a complete answer. And so
yeah,
making sure that you have uh, the time for yourself is great. And however you want to just, however you want to, I guess, disguise that is great. So whether
yeah,
that's going on a walk and that's your alone time, whether it's watching TV in your room, or like on the phone, or like
yeah,
a bath, or whatever it is, establishing that is
yeah.
appropriate, is good. And it's like, it keeps you sane, especially during all of this when there's so much uncertainty. Alone time to regroup is so good.
It's still very important for sure. I got to wrap things up and let you go. You are a very busy dude, and but I want to thank you for a bunch of stuff. I want to thank you for being there and hanging out with us today. And I also just, in general, this is all great, but more importantly, I'm just happy you're healthy and doing what you're doing. You're doing all right, and it's good to see that you guys
Likewise,
are
thank
hanging
you.
in there. Yeah, for sure. Everyone at home watching, wherever you are right now, go check out Get Fit with Tyler Oakley. There's new episodes every Monday on Instagram and IGTV. It's a fantastic series. If you're looking for a reason to get moving, go check it out. If you're already moving and want to try some new stuff, go check it out.
I
Anything
would
else you want
love
to tell
it. That would
everybody?
bring me so much joy. Thank you.
There we go. Anything else before we get out of here? Is that everything? We got it all, I think. Do you want to tell
That is
everybody?
it. Yeah.
That is it. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe. Thank you again so much. It was an awesome time to have you here and chat with you. Thank you. Tyler Oakley, everybody.
Thank you.